Here's a number I want you to look at for a second. $405,000. That's the Redfin median sale price for Pewaukee as of early 2026. And if you're comparing that to Brookfield's median of around $525,000, your first instinct is Pewaukee is cheaper. Buy in Pewaukee, get the lake, save money. Done. But here's what that number isn't telling you. That $405,000 is being dragged down by condo and townhome closings. Smaller units that have nothing to do with the single-family homes most buyers in this market are actually looking for. When you look at the real apples-to-apples number, Pewaukee City's median listing price is $669,900. Price per square foot, $268. Single-family average list price, over $761,000. Pewaukee is not cheaper than Brookfield. It's actually more expensive, and there are very good reasons for that. This video is about figuring out whether those reasons are worth it for you specifically. I'm Dan Callis with Callis Real Estate, 25 years in Waukesha County, and we are going deep on this one. Before we get into price tables and square footage, I want to make sure you understand what you are actually considering buying when you look at Pewaukee. Pewaukee centers around Pewaukee Lake, 2,500 acres. That is the largest lake located entirely within Waukesha County. In the summer, the community completely transforms. Boats on the water, lakefront dining, you can pull up by boat to restaurants like Seaster's Cantina and Artisan 179. Wednesday night concerts at Lakefront Park. The Pewaukee Yacht Club running sailboat races. The Kiwanis Beach Party drawing the whole community out. In the winter, it gets quieter. Ice fishing, a slower pace, the kind of community that actually knows its neighbors. Pewaukee is lake country in the truest sense of that phrase. Now, Brookfield has none of that. And that's not a criticism, it's just the core fact that drives every number we're going to look at. A few things jump out of this table. Pewaukee is moving faster, 21 days versus 37 in Brookfield. That means less negotiating leverage, less time to think, and more competition. Pewaukee inventory is tighter and shrinking, down 36% year over year. That scarcity is both a lifestyle feature and a pricing driver. If you want Pewaukee, you need to be ready to move. Now, in the last video I did on Brookfield versus Elm Grove, the big reveal was that both communities share the exact same school district. Schools were not a differentiator at all. That is not the case here. Pewaukee and Brookfield have completely separate school districts, and both are genuinely excellent. Honest assessment. Elmbrook edges Pewaukee on national rankings. Pewaukee edges on graduation rate and community intimacy. Smaller district, more personal feel. For most families, this is a genuine toss-up. If niche's national ranking is your primary filter, Brookfield wins by a hair. If you value a smaller, tightly knit district, Pewaukee holds its own completely. The key question for every Pewaukee buyer: how close to the lake do you actually need to be? Non-lakefront Pewaukee and non-lakefront Brookfield are genuinely comparable. The moment you add water access, you're in a completely different market. Brookfield gives you something Pewaukee genuinely cannot: inventory and choice. 125 plus active listings. A new 10-lot luxury development approved in January 2026. Multiple well-established subdivisions across a range of price points. At the non-lakefront level, Pewaukee costs roughly 13% more per square foot than Brookfield. That's an $80,000 difference on a standard 2,500 square foot home. You are paying for the zip code, the lake community identity, even if water isn't in your backyard. Pewaukee sits about 7 miles farther from downtown Milwaukee than Brookfield. But because both communities access 94, the actual commute difference is only about 2 to 5 minutes in normal traffic. Not a meaningful factor in your decision. This is the scene that I think matters most for anyone seriously comparing these two communities. Let's actually do the math on what Pewaukee's lake lifestyle costs. The honest bottom line: if your family will be on Pewaukee Lake every weekend from May through September, boating, fishing walleye and muskie, taking the boat to dinner, this is one of the best lifestyle values in all of southeastern Wisconsin. If you'll wave at the lake on the drive home and rarely use it, Brookfield gives you a better home for less money with outstanding schools and a shorter path to building equity. You will actively use Pewaukee Lake, boating, fishing, waterfront dining, not just admire it from a distance. A lake community identity matters to you. You want to live in a place that has a distinct seasonal character. You value a smaller school district with an intimate, community focused feel. Top 7% statewide, 97.2% graduation. You want a tight inventory market. You understand limited supply tends to support long term appreciation. Your budget can comfortably absorb the premium. You're not stretching to get here. You're drawn to the village downtown, waterfront restaurants, and the social fabric that comes with lake life. You plan to stay 7+ years, enough time for the lake premium to pay dividends in appreciation and lifestyle value. If those points describe you, Pewaukee is genuinely one of the best places to live in all of Waukesha County. The lake lifestyle is real, and it's irreplaceable. You want the maximum home per dollar. At $236 versus $268 a square feet, Brookfield gives you more interior space for your budget. You want real inventory and negotiating leverage? 125 plus listings versus Pewaukee's 88 and shrinking. You want Elmbrook School District, the #1 ranked public school district in Wisconsin, number 50 nationally. You want new construction luxury options, including the January 2026 10-lot development. Your lifestyle is year-round consistent. You want city amenities, restaurants, and retail without seasonal swings. You're being financially disciplined. Brookfield's strong appreciation and lower entry point often wins on pure equity math. Lake access isn't a priority. You'd rather have the money working in home equity than a lake zip code. After 25 years of selling real estate in Waukesha County, here's what I know about these two communities. Pewaukee Lake is a legitimate lifestyle premium. When I see families who move to Pewaukee and actually use the lake, they never regret it. That water becomes the center of their summer, their social life, their family identity. For those buyers, the premium is not just defensible, it's one of the best quality of life decisions they've ever made. Here's what I want you to do next. Subscribe. Hit subscribe. I'm building out this entire Lake Country comparison series. Oconomowoc, Delafield, Heartland, Muskego. You don't want to miss what's coming. Free PDF. Grab the Suburb Comparison Guide, Pewaukee versus Brookfield. Link in the description. All the data and the lake premium calculator in one shareable document. Talk to Dan. Visit callasre.co. That's KALLASRE.co. Or drop your specific question in the comments. I read everyone personally. I'm Dan Callis with Callis Real Estate. Whether you end up on Pewaukee Lake or in the heart of Brookfield, Waukesha County is a great place to call home. I'll see you in the next one.